Hey Frugal Friends, I am T. Washington, content creator of Frugal in the City YouTube channel and blog. Today I have something special for you. Okay, so I have the top 5 or the best 5 personal finance books that you should be reading right now on your way to debt freedom. If you're interested in learning about these 5 books, stay tuned and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey Frugal Friends, thank you so much for staying with me. I am so excited to talk to you guys about these 5 books because in the last week, maybe week and a half, I've been reading. I've been reading these books. I mentioned in my last video that I was about to get my financial literacy on, and I was so serious about doing that, right? So I committed a chapter a day, and I did it a little different, not just sticking to one book, but I selected 5 books out of the books that I got from the library. And also books that I already have owned. So I will be sharing with you those 5 books that you can either get from the library or purchase. So, like I said, I've been reading every day a chapter or 2 from each of these books, and they've been so good, you guys. So enlightening, like so inspiring and encouraging to just get started, you know. And I'm really, really, really excited about this journey. Like, you know, dishing out all the things that I have been doing wrong up until now and just restarting a new way of handling my money. And it's a bit empowering, you know, like you do have charge of, you know, the money that you have, you are in charge of, and it's your responsibility to manage it in a way that's going to help you in the long run, right? In the future, right? So the decisions that you're making today, tomorrow, about and with your money, it's gonna affect your future. So I'm really excited about sharing these books. Are you? Okay, starting with the first book, it's this one right here. Oh my gosh, like this book is actually a page turner. The name of this book, as you can already see, is Live Your Life Half the Price by Mary Hunt. Okay, so with this book, the first chapter, first 2 to 3 chapters, is just talking about living off of 80% of your income, and you know, choosing to use the other 20%, either to not either for the like 10% is to give. You know, I'm a Christian, so I believe in tithes, so that's 10%. And then the other 10% is solely on saving, like saving, you know, saving not to spend, but saving for emergencies, saving for growth, you know, growing your money, investing, and things like that. Saving that you don't necessarily touch. So, like the 80% that you have is for the things that, you know, your monthly expenses, miscellaneous, fun, like saving for trips and stuff like that. That's what you're supposed to do with that 80%. So that 10% saving thing is not to be really touched. It's supposed to grow, and you only go into it if it's a like an emergency. But with that 80%, you're putting towards like an emergency fund. So, but I'm still reading it. Like it has been a really good, like, I don't know, like a, because she shares her story of her being in debt and how she and her husband got out of debt. And like, everyone has that story of like hitting rock bottom, and she shares it here. So it was so good because I hit rock bottom, I think, in my own personal story, journey of starting new and going about managing my money. But she goes into detail with it. And I think she has another like Instagram account. I think it's uh, something about the everyday cheapskate. And I'm going to learn more about it because she has a blog. But I love this book. And a book that I have, that I had like 2 years ago, but I just picked it up again, is the Dave Ramsey. Oops, I got it upside down, guys. It's the Dave Ramsey, the Total Money Makeover. So I got the whole kit. So I'm rehashing it and going over it again. But the very first thing that he talks about in the Total Makeover is to set up the emergency fund. Now, I hear a lot of people talk about like $1,000 is not enough, but you have to start somewhere, right? If you can save $100, you can save $500. If you can save $500, you can save $1,000. And if you can save $1,000, you can save $1,500. So like, I think it was just basically a starting point of saving, goaling yourself to save $1,000 just in case, you get something that's going to cost $500. It's not going to go against or like hurt you that bad while you're paying off your debt. And so I'm reading this, and actions are for next week. So I will tell you guys about what I'm doing, how I'm putting things into action. And another book that I'm reading is Financially Ever After, the Couple's Guide to Managing Money. Now, you probably know or you don't know, but I've been married for 14 years, and we both got into this situation with, our student loans and some, not that much, but credit debt. So like, for 14 years, we've been doing our own thing. And this book is talking about like how to come together with handling and managing money. And I just needed something to talk about this, like our financial conversations, because we're supposed to have financial conversations every week until we can have financial conversations once a month. So I'm really excited about implementing this in our check-ins. It is by, I can't pronounce his last name, but it's by Jeff D. OpdYke. So that's another one. If you're on this debt-free journey and you just want your partner to be along, come along with you on this, and being on one accord, because I hear, after listening to a lot of podcasts, I hear that when your partner is on one accord, you guys doing it together, things happen sooner, things happen faster, and the goal is to be out of debt in 2 years. So if we're on one accord, we can definitely do it. And having some information, financial literacy, that's talking directly to couples, I think it's a good thing. So that's 3. And the third one is the Cheapskate Next Door, by Jeff. I can't pronounce his name either. I'm not really good with pronouncing names, but it's Yeager. It's The Surprising Secrets of American Living Happily Below Their Means. Now, I really needed this book. Like, I picked this book up because normally, like, when you go and you pick out books, you pick out books that speaks to you, right? So this spoke to me. You know, living below your means, the same as living your life half the price. It has the same situation, but it's like stories of other people and how they live their life below their means, and how, you know, cheapskate can be very condescending, but cheapskate is the new frugal, or frugal is the new cheapskate, whatever. But it's really about not so much like living life for material things, but you know, basically living below your means, and putting your money towards things that really matter, what really makes you happy. And so I'm still reading this book, so I'm learning. You know, I think I have 3 chapters in this one, so it's been really good just hearing stories about people just doing it together and enjoying life, and they're not missing out on things. Because I think that's what happens when you feel like, okay, I'm going to be on a budget and I'm going to miss out on things. And that's what I wanted to know. Like, can you really live life, you know, have a full, fun life, fulfilled life, and not pay the high price for that? Like, so it's really, really good, this one. And the last book is Dave Ramsey. This was a part of the kit that I had, The Complete Guide to Money. Now, this talks about, like, in depth about savings, about mortgage, about saving for your kids' college fund. You know, which, you know, I hear a lot about IRAs and so many things. I can just look at it. It's insurance, in your financial plan, the power of marketing on your buying decisions, because we're looking to purchase within 2 years. So I wanted to have some type of information, some literacy that speaks on that. So this is the beginning of my journey. I know that I'm going to have probably go through more books, but these are 5 good books that's talking about, you know, money in a way of living below your means, living your life half price, you know, still being able to enjoy your life, living on a budget, starting your savings, your emergency fund. Like, these are the great books for starting out and to encourage you to go forward with it. And I also wanted to share with you guys 2 other books, and these were borrowed. 2 other books that I will be adding to my 1 chapter a day reading. It's by, hold on one second. So these are 2 books that I will be adding on to my reading 1 chapter a day, just to get me familiar with money and money terminology. Like, so much stuff, you're like, what are you talking about? But so this is another one that I also got this from the library. It's by Rachel Cruze, It's Love Your Life, Not Theirs. 7 Money Habits for Living the Life You Want. So I thought this was gonna be a good one for me, because comparison is out there. Okay, it's always someone trying to be like somebody else. So this one really helped me because I hear that even in the debt free community, people are like, I want to be, everyone's stories are different. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are paying off hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying? Like, up there. And I'm only striving to do this within $40,000. That's our story. But your story is unique, and your story is your own, and your journey is your own. And this book, I think, is going to be really, really good. To love your life, not theirs. You don't have to live your life according to someone else's Instagram account. That's what I hear all about. Everybody like, you don't even know these people, you know what I'm saying? Or the neighbor up the street. And the last one that I'm going to add on this week, because I don't want to be like overwhelmed with books, but I do want to skim through them and then choose the ones over time of which ones I want to read all the way through. But this is another one. It's about Chris Hogan, Everyday Millionaires. How extraordinary people built extraordinary wealth, and how you can too. So I want to be a part of that wealth building, not just saving, not just getting out of debt, but building wealth. And I really wanted to get something that spoke on that. So I just think that this is a cool, like, beginner's guide or beginner's book to debt freedom, just to have something to start with. And then, like, when you get one book, someone will refer you to another book or a different program or this or this or that. So this is another book that I will be reading and adding to my one chapter per day financial literacy, whatever. So I'm so excited. I hope that this was helpful. These resources was helpful to you. I will put those books, the books that I'm currently reading. I'm just saying, like, this is my beginner guide to debt freedom and the way that I'm going to go about doing it. And I just wanted to share with you some books that I've seen floating the surface of internet, of best books to get and best books to have. And Chris Hogan, he's a part of the Dave Ramsey team as well. So, like, there's a lot of people who are connected to other people. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, just learning and taking notes. I'm about to take more notes instead of just having the head knowledge, like, okay, I read that, but actually, and not just, write, because there are borrowed books, so it's going to force me to write these things down, like pointers, like things to help me move forward, move ahead. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy this episode, please share with a friend. Please subscribe. Click the link below and subscribe, because every week I'm going to bring you things that I'm implementing, what I'm learning, and so that it's easy for us all, right? We're all trying to figure it out. I don't have all of the answers because I'm brand new in this as well, but I want to give what I receive. The things that I'm learning now, why not just give it out, right? I think it's better that way instead of trying to do it all and then forget the stuff after 3 years, because I don't know if I can like retract. This is what I did. Da, 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 da. No, we're doing this as it goes, and we'll see what happens in the next 2 years. And so yeah, I hope that this was helpful. And with that being said, frugal friends, be frugal with a purpose. And my purpose is to build wealth, get out of debt, and have lots of fun. All right. Bye.